get at the cost part of the structure that you haven't already done. And it's like wrestling with an elephant. You know, hope he doesn't fall in while you're doing it.
Do you have any joint venture that you're looking at?
Yeah, it's a good question. Argentina. Actually, I'm not sure if I'll do this as a joint venture or as an outright acquisition. We have a company down there that's been, it's an interesting country to me now because it's #1, so it's gotten my attention, and we're bringing a lot more product offering to that party. The Argentinians are a lot like the Egyptians. They can't buy stuff, so they put out big tenders. And they have a 15,000 line bid, and we are able to bring a lot more through our alliances with other companies. Now my partner down there, who's basically an agent who has a manufacturing company, is getting retirement age and wants to sell out. And so I think I'll do something with him. I'll be in Sao Paulo a week after next for a trade show, and while I'm in the neighborhood, I'll fly down to Buenos Aires and we'll start negotiating with him. And that's probably my next one. I'm trying to work out one in Mexico. That's been taking a long time. I've been at that for about a year. It just hasn't moved well enough yet. But Argentina is probably the next one. I'm itching to do one. I haven't done one in a while. Any other questions? Yes.
What were some of your positions and companies you worked for before you got where you're at now?
That's a good question. The question was, what other positions have I held? I worked for about 15 years for a company called Allen Bradley Industrial Automation, which is basically a company that's now owned by Rockwell. And they produce programmable logic controllers and numeric control machines, which are basically computers that run factory processes. And they were the world leader at the time, and they were in an explosive growth curve while I was with them. And I started off with them as just a supervisor and in the factory. And as the chess pieces moved around that board in 15 years and the company grew, I was fortunate enough in the 80s, there was a big middle management layer that most companies just cut out to try to save money. And I was in the middle management layer, but I was fortunate enough that, because I was known as a troubleshooter, other guys got cut out and all their departments got dumped in me. So I had group telecommunications, I had facilities engineering for 8,000 people, and then I started moving into marketing functions. And so I sort of had a good grounding in operations and manufacturing and marketing when I was with Allen Bradley. And then I got recruited to join a turnaround, which was a fairly risky situation, at a company called General Railway Signal, which is a signal and control company that makes the products that control. When you get on the transit in Chicago or New York City Transit, you know, there may be a driver there, but he isn't doing anything. Products that my old company used to make and others like it were the control system involved. And so I took it was owned by a company in Stamford, Connecticut. It was a publicly held U.S. company called General Signal, was the parent company. And I asked them if there was any chance that they were going to sell the company, since it was in a turnaround situation. A few weeks after I got there, my boss told me they're selling the company. That's how we got sold to at the time. But anyway, while I was there, I was in charge of global product marketing for a while, and I was in charge of, in the last 2 or 3 years, the P&L division that produced a lot of these products and sold them in the U.S. market. And then I took a short stint. What happened was the Italians brought in their own guy, got rid of my